Hello, all my little Pokemons. Mewtwo here with you tonight, feeling rather floofy again. And we are going to once again dive into the world of house buying. I think this is going to be the last one. We'll find out if I get it all in before I start hitting my time mark. Alright, you have a house. You have probably got some furniture. You have your utilities turned on. The world's fine. Everything's done. It's over. Game over. Done. Just be happy now. Home ownership is not instant. Everything's done. If anything, this is the point when everything starts. Alright, we'll start with some of the easy stuff. You probably have a lawn to mow now. If you live in an apartment, you never did this, most likely. Now you have responsibility of a yard and a city that's going to be mad at you if you don't. Y'all go buy a lawnmower. I'm not going to say for sure what the size of your yard is going to require, but from experience, at least get a power-driven lawnmower. If you push mower can still have drive wheels on the front that will help pull it along. My doodlies, that is a game changer, and I am glad we made sure and spent the extra little bit to get that. This may be your first time having some patio space, or you may have left your old one at the apartment because there wasn't a reason to bring a rust bucket like it. Getting an outdoor grill in most areas is actually a really nice thing to have. It makes you feel special and use your backyard for something. This was one of our first investments. In fact, I had it put together before we moved into the house, and I was really proud of it to have gotten a nice gas grill in my backyard. It's actually a gas grill with a option to do a charcoal thing as well, and I have used both functions. I should make charcoal burgers this weekend. That's a good idea. Put a pin in that for me, okay? So yeah, you have some new responsibilities. Yeah, you got to clean your house too, so don't forget to get a vacuum, mop, bucket, stuff like that. Bathroom cleaning utensils. I mean, if you're looking at the things you're packing and moving and the stuff that'll take up space, throwing out the toilet brush ain't exactly the worst thing. You end up buying a new one. That's actually okay. I'm happier for you that you spent $5 on a brand new plunger, toilet brush, etc. And now they're new, not grody ones, and you didn't have to have a grody thing in your trailer full of all of your nice furniture, making it smell like poo brush. Smart. Of course, all the cleaning chemicals, spray cleaners, and floor moppy, juice. If you have a washer and dryer, hopefully in your house. If you didn't, hopefully you have hookups and are purchasing those. That's its own specific fun to plug in. And sometimes, very important one on the washer, or it's on the dryer, they tend to have removable power cords. I have never once helped someone or moved into a place and had the right power cord for the dryer when I got where I needed to be. There's like a 3-prong one and a 4-prong one. I think there's other ones. Smartest move, if there's an old cord still there, take it with you to the hardware store and say, I need a new one like this, and a person will be like, here you go. Couple dollars, fresh cord, no problem. Or at least take a picture on your phone of the power outlet and go, this is what it looks like, and they'll be like, here you go, this is the right power cord. Go home, screw in the 3 screws, plug it in. You're good. That's a minor one. One thing that I cannot stress enough, especially when you first buy a house, if you can, in the first couple months, this is not always a can, pay more on your mortgage than you have to. I know this seems counterproductive, but it makes sense. And if you can put the 20% down, also helps. One thing most areas have is PMI insurance that you're required to have on your loan until you hit 20% paid off, which is like 10% more onto your bill monthly until it's gone. And 10% can take a while to go away, especially if you don't do this other suggestion, which is pay a little more if possible. All right, this part I am going to give some more specific numbers on payments. On our first few loan payments, the amount we were actually paying toward the principal was less than a quarter of the amount we paid out monthly. Now remember, you have taxes every month. You have homeowner's insurance on that bill. That's covered there, so you don't have to actually pay that particular bill yourself. So taxes, homeowner's insurance, and interest. Interest is calculated and spread out monthly. So you're just paying monthly chunk of interest. The interest starts out way bigger than the principal payment. Most of the time, even if you can put out a couple hundred extra a month, you are pretty much doubling your principal payment. And this may seem crazy how much it does, but say on a $1,000 payment and you pay an extra $200, you are literally taking off a payment on your home. But Caddy, that is not enough. That is only one-fifth of the payment. Yes. Yes. Right now, each payment principal is, we'll just say $200. It's an easy round number to deal with. Again, I like round numbers. More fun to discuss with. And your home payment is $1,000. Pay that extra $200. You have paid for this month's principal, and you paid for next month's principal. You have literally paid a second payment by paying 1/5 more of your payment. If you can margin that in every month to squeeze out an extra 100 or $200, I'm not even saying you have to pay $200. If you could put out $50 or $100 extra, you will cut years off of your loan. For as much as we're putting in extra, we're looking at we're knocking off probably a decade. Over 10 years, we're looking to knock off of the payment process. Specifically, we set up a specific checking account at the bank where our home loan is. So the transaction is from them to them. We direct deposit every 2 weeks a total of 1/2 of a month's payment. So every 4 weeks we have what we are paying on the house, which is the amount they ask for, plus some more. Now, that's every 4 weeks. Every month is not 4 weeks. There are 2 more paychecks per year every year, because we're a 2-week paycheck kind of company that we work at. So, mathing this all out, every year we generate an extra full payment in that account. Very smart to not just put all that right and pay it. Go, oh, there's a little extra in there. Poop that out there. Bonus pay, half a payment right now. It's a good idea to just in case a rainy day, have that account build up a few extra payments. Our goal was to hold a good 6 months worth of payments in there. I'm not trying to give you all the numbers or what to do and not to do with your life. But within 6 months, either your unemployment's kicking in or hopefully you found another job. But you know for sure you have the home loan payment set up for 6 months. And on to the scarier topic. Shit gonna break. I know, you don't want to hear that. You bought a house. The world's perfect. First off, if this is your first house, unless you had Daddy Bankroll helping you take care of this, you probably didn't buy a new house. That's actually fine. I have no problem with an old house. We bought a house that is now 52 years old. This house is older than either of us. That's fine. It was built in 1970. Is it perfect? No. Are there things wrong with it that we'd love to upgrade? Yes. Are we going to do all that today? Dude, we've had this house for 5 years. We aren't going to do it today. If we were going to do it today, we would have done it, 3.5, 4 years ago, the moment we had any money for it. We're going to do things as they need to be done. Like a smart one. The first winter, we had to replace the furnace. Make sure you have enough money in your account to cover something breaking at any given time. I know this means you may not be able to buy a new Latin Vixen fursuit this year because you have to put money into your checking account for a rainy day. Because the last thing you want to do is put a new furnace on a credit card you got to pay 13 to 20% interest on every month until it's paid off. That gets expensive fast, and you can really get yourself into a heap of financial trouble. Fortunately, we did have enough money to pay for the furnace year one. We were smart, we had backup funds, we're ready to go. But you don't know what's going to break. And a furnace can easily be anywhere from, say, $5,000 to $10,000 or $20,000, depending on the type of furnace and the type of install and what all needs to be replaced when it breaks. We had an original boiler furnace. We have baseboard radiator heat in this house. So every room has at least one bar of baseboard radiators. And we had a boiler furnace. This happened in 2017. And the original furnace from 47 years ago had to be replaced. Good thing we found a place that was willing to do it and did it quick. It was the middle of February, middle of a snowstorm. They did it within a couple of days and replaced it. I thought I was going to be that lucky. We were. Let's just be happy. We live in an area that has people with boiler furnaces, so they had the equipment on hand. They had one the right size, and it's a shinier, newer model that looks pretty. Things gonna break. Things gonna break the day you don't expect them to. Knock on wood, our roof is fine. That's another major one you could have to replace. Siding can blow off. One panel of siding blow off. My lovely Foxy better half actually looked up how to fix the piece of paneling, nailed it into place, and it looks fine. You'll never know that panel blew off and has a tear in it. It is perfectly patched. It looks fine. Windows might need replaced. Technically, we have single pane windows, but we have storm windows. And my dad, who does this sort of thing, he's replaced most of the windows in his house, said, no, storm windows, the amount of years it'll take you to pay off and get the value from the upgraded windows, you never make it you just barely make it in your lifetime, but you have saved money. So, be smart about that one. Talk to a family member that knows about that stuff if you can, if the windows are actually worth replacing. We do want to replace the front door, but that's, again, projects, things that cost money. We had 2 fun things happen in just the last couple months. We had a gutter rip-off, and that literally just got fixed today as I'm recording this. And we upgraded to one with the cover on the gutter, so you don't have to worry about cleaning the gutter anymore. Yay! But stuff like that's going to break. The same week we had arranged to get that fixed, we had a hot water leak somewhere right next to our hot water tank. We're not 100% sure exactly where. All it meant was there was hot water coming out of the wall. We had someone come in. We had to have 2 holes put in our wall and 1 hole put in our garage floor, which they're coming to patch the holes Friday. They want to leave it open to make sure things were not leaky anymore. And while the fact they had to move the water here, it's 16 years old. It's past its life expectancy. Really, it's going to cost about the same for us to take it out and move it and reattach it as it is to take it out, throw it in a dumpster, and give you a shiny new one. So we have a shiny new water heater. In our garage now we have a shiny new water heater and a shiny new furnace. Yay! We're good for a few decades. Woo! But things are going to break. Be ready for it. Have some money. Make sure you're putting away some money every month into not spending, not buying a new Latin Vixen fursuit, not buying the most expensive new car you can potentially afford, not buying absolutely every X-Wing miniature figure that you can find, pointing at the stack behind me. You're allowed to buy things, but be mindful. And over time, buy more furniture and more things to make your place more yours. I mean, the futon couch, the pad on that bed, is the one that we had on the other frame. Over time, we spent a couple $100, bought a basic, nice-looking futon couch frame for the really nice futon pad we had. And we have a couch in this room for not much money. Shelving units, pretty sure that one's one of the newer, that has to be one of the newer, skinnier. We bought several more shelving units since we moved in. The desk I'm sitting at, I've done videos about when I changed that out. Little things that do make your space better. Do it over time. Don't expect your house is perfect on day one. Do expect it's going to keep getting nicer. You're going to find stuff to fill in corners. And, when you save a little extra money that you haven't been paying to rent, buy yourself something nice occasionally. And of course, make sure you are putting money into that savings, because you never know what's going to break, or you never know when you're going to want to upgrade. And best of all, if you keep your house for at least, say, 10 years or more, you've earned more equity in that house, even just paying what they ask you, than you spent on all the extra fees. So you have enough profit from that house in, say, 10 years, you could sell the house, buy a different house somewhere else. So as long as you can feel stable in that location for a decade, you literally have saved money over the apartment potential, and you have something that will help you buy the next house. Not only do you have credit, you have equity and down payment to help put towards the house, because selling this house would be money you can put towards new house. Just for quick reference, you had a $100,000 house. You paid it off. You sell it. In the end, you get 90. Okay, fine. After all the fees are said and done, you get 90. You put that towards a $200,000 house. You're again only paying $100,000 house price effectively because you put almost half down on it. Congratulations, you doubled your house value, what you get to have, and it's the same payment you had been paying on the house you bought first. And now you may not have 90,000 worth put down. Maybe you only stayed there long enough to get 20,000 out of it. And you buy a house that's slightly more expensive than yours or same price. You may still be paying less in the end because of the amount you already have worth of house that you now pay off your loan. Just food for thought there. The more you own the longer you've owned a house, the more house you have to spend with. Simple math. All right. I think I've covered most of it. If I come up with more, I'll make another section of this, so keep your eyes out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell for the little dingly bell to let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Could be this silly Pokemon or any of my other critters. Possibly talking more about this if I come up with more stuff. And of course, don't forget both my Patreon link and Ko-fi link are in the description box below, both of which are great ways to support me and my channel and help me make better videos for you, my awesome public. But for now, I'm going to sign off, go make some dinner for an amazing vixen, and I'll see y'all again real soon. But for now, Mewtwo's watching you make good financial decisions and do what's right for you and your family. Whatever that math of family is, do right for that. And stay smart. Bye, kids.